welcome to Serial Horror with Fabi, a channel for the horror enthusiasts. Today's episode, we are going to cover a movie review, which will be on the very anticipated, just recently released, Halloween Ends. And when I tell you I couldn't wait to make this video, I just couldn't wait. So you ready? Let's do it. So first of all, I just want to say, don't mind the mess back here. Just don't. Okay, so honestly, I'm not even sure where to start or where to begin with this review. I was so excited to see this movie. You know, after Halloween Kills, I may have built it up a little. For one, it was the ending of a fabulous franchise and one of my absolute favorites. Now, with that said, I did expect it to be an outstanding ending. However, that was not the case at all. In fact, I thought it was an absolute disappointment. I'm not sure what they were thinking when they wrote this script. Well, first, let me say, I love David Gordon Green and Danny McBride and what they did in the first two of this trilogy. But it seems like they kind of lost the plot in this one. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the plot. The plot was completely changed in this one. It went from Michael and Laurie to this kid named Corey. Even though the opening scenes I thought were really out of character. So it starts with this Corey dude babysitting a kid. By the way, first of all, spoiler alert. Okay, so if you haven't seen the movie, please do not watch this, because all my videos, all my reviews that I do on all movies or series have spoilers, because I really feel like I need to talk about it just the way it is. So stop right there and do not watch it. Go watch the movie first and then come back and watch it. Okay? All right. Let's keep going. So, like I said, it starts with this Corey dude babysitting a kid, which kind of, you know, takes you back to the original with the babysitting and the kids and all that. It happens that the kid ends up having an accident and goes off the stairs and dies. So now Corey is known around Haddonfield as a killer. He's teased, he has no friends. So Allison, now living with Grandma, aka Laurie, have been living such a normal life. Remember, it's 4 years later after Kills, and no one else is alive, like they have no other family. But another thing that disturbed me is it didn't pick up where Kills ended. Remember this ending?
I'm coming for you, Michael.
Where has Michael been in 4 years? Because apparently this is where this one picks up. So nevertheless, they're living their happily little life, and while Allison befriends this kid, this killer kid, Corey, they become romantically involved, and while Grandma becomes a little suspicious of him. In the meantime, I'm trying to make this really short, Corey is out killing people. most by accident, until he comes eye to eye with Michael. And I mean that in a literal sense. Who apparently has been living like a transient under a bridge somewhere, homeless. So once Corey meets Michael, it appears he takes over his soul or something and has this thing that he transfers over to him. Now this is where it gets a little weird, for me at least. Now we're almost in an hour into the movie, okay? Just keep that in mind. And the only killing that's been happening is from Corey. Laurie figures there's something off with this kid and prohibits Allison from being with him or seeing him again. And Corey's parents, specifically his mother, they're odd ducks too, so I'm not even going to get into that. So here we are, almost at the last 20 minutes of the film. I'm really moving through and passing through this thing quickly. And now Corey is going after Laurie. The irony, right? And he goes in her house. He's wearing all of Michael's gear, his overalls, his mask. Corey stabs himself and stages it to be like Laurie killed him. Okay, we'll get into that in a second. But anyway, to a shocking surprise, while this is happening, Allison walks in and Laurie is holding the knife. And there's Corey lying on the floor dead. And Allison thinks Laurie killed him. And so, but all this time while Corey is killing people before he gets to Laurie's house, guess who's with him? Michael. So now there's two of them. So I'm thinking, here's this kid that Michael just trained for a couple of nights, who is now going to take over his legacy. This is what I'm thinking watching the movie. But then when he dies, it got more confusing. After he's laying there dead, Michael shows up at Laurie's house. They get into that scuffle, basically what you see in the trailer. And while she finally gets him, she kills him. They send his body to this car junkyard machine where they do scrap metal and stuff. So he's shredded into pieces. Michael is completely gone. Finally, indefinitely, will not make another appearance. Now just know, I just want to make this very clear that this is my perspective. This is my opinion and my review. But I couldn't be more dissatisfied of how this ended. I didn't agree with the plot change. You just can't do that to a movie of this magnitude. Such an iconic franchise. Changing the plot, it completely took away from the whole Michael versus Laurie type thing. Now you have this kid that we think makes you believe that is gonna take over the killing as Michael when he dresses up like him and wears his, and does some killings together. So I already knew coming into this that Michael was gonna die, and I actually, in my last review, I thought that they were gonna kill each other and Laurie was gonna die too. But if you've seen the movie, here goes the spoiler. She lives. She kills Michael. She got her revenge. She finally did it. And then it's over. So that's it. Okay, we know it's not probably going to carry on, but this whole movie to me was about not even had any focus on Michael. He appeared in the last probably, honestly, 10-15 minutes of the movie, and then he got killed off right away. And the fight that they have is, like I said, is clearly the one that you see in the trailer. So that's the whole like exciting part of this movie. Yeah, there was some killings, but there was no gore, there was nothing. And most of them were like, when, I mean, was Corey killing them, but then Michael jumps in too. But those killings weren't even that great either. It was nothing in comparison to Halloween Kills at all. I mean, those scenes were spectacular, and you cannot even compare. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It was completely disappointing. It's such it's frustrating, to be honest, and it's such a shame that it had to end the way it did, just because we knew that Michael was gonna die, but I think it would have been better if even Laurie would have died too. I'm sorry, but it would have been a better ending. The storyline was not great at all. I don't know what they were thinking by changing the whole plot of the story. I don't know. There was just so many. Like, I was just sitting through, and honestly, the first hour of it, I was getting bored. I'm like, it started off so slow. And it was all about this kid and Allison, and like I said, even the opening acts didn't even seem like part of a Halloween movie. It kind of just jumped right into this kid, and I was like, what happened here? Because it says 2019, and I guess that's when the kid killed the other kid. I think he pushed him over the stairs. I can't even remember exactly. And the kid goes over the rails and falls down a couple stories and dies. But even I'm like, where are they going with this? Like, it just completely took me out of the whole element of the Halloween thing and Michael, and I was lost. I was completely lost. But my rating for this movie, and it's really, really a shame, and I'm ashamed to say this, just because Michael did make an appearance, which almost didn't, in the last few minutes of the movie, I'm giving it a 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. Yeah, I was really sad, and I was really looking forward to it, but it very much disappointed me. So if you have seen it, let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. Tell me what you think your thoughts were in having this Corey kid in here. He didn't live, so what was the whole point of having him in there? Tell me what your thoughts are, what your perspective was, and your rating. Let me know if you liked it. Did you not like it? What did you not like about it? What did you like about it? All right, so let me know. And that will conclude this episode of Movie Review. See you next time. Toodles!